Hello, my name is Zanny. You can find me on twitch.tv/ss4zanny. For those who are interested in keeping their beards nicely soft and smelling amazing, feel free to use the promo code ZannyPator at beardsorcery.com for 10% off your order. Today, I will be playing the role of pilot Leah Davis. She's a feisty one with a touch of sass, but when the chips are down, she's who you want flying you around.
Session 3, Act 1 of Aliens, Chariot of the Gods. If you haven't followed the previous sessions, just go ahead back in YouTube and find us there. But if you are all caught up, we currently have Rye and Cam, who have went over to the USCSS Kronos, and they are currently working in the reactor room, taking a little bit of rads. We have Wilson, who left the Montero without informing the captain and has moved himself over to the Kronos as well, while the captain and the pilot, Miller and Davis, are hanging back on the Montero, watching as things progress, waiting for that ship to get picked back up again. How you guys feeling? You know, you're a little irradiated.
Starting to
My
get warm.
gums are bleeding.
Should be fine.
So you guys have some things to clean up. Do you have a game plan of how you're going to accomplish this?
Gonna make Cam do it.
All of it.
He's got more help to spare.
Like,
I was going to say
We
we
can
should have
both do-
Wilson do it.
it's like we can both do a round and then I can finish up.
Yeah,
But then I get to spacewalk.
I guess that's fair.
And a break.
Well, we have
If you-
already come to the conclusion that there is beer on your ship.
Yep, Wilson
No.
tried to give me a beer to help me relax and effectively
Not chip beer, man. I'm talking about port beer.
alleviate my
Well, if you want
piloting on my
port beer,
woodwork.
you're gonna have to clean on your own.
Port and beer are two different things, though.
Beer and port. Anyways, let's get to cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
So you're each going to spend a turn cleaning.
Yep.
So you're each going to take one rad. You guys are doing this. Miller and Davis, you are watching. Are you looking out the window? Are you looking at your radar? Are you looking through the little porthole of the umbilical? What are you guys doing during this time?
I'd probably be alternating between the three different options myself. More so out of habit.
Yeah, like what would make the most sense for being able to actually kind of see if anything is going on the ship?
The most practical
have
would be
cameras?
sensors.
Yeah, the sensors would probably be most practical.
So you guys are looking at radar and anything that Mother is telling you from over there?
Yeah.
So then you would know that the air on the Kronos is stale with a high concentration of carbon dioxide. Give me an observation check.
No success.
Okay.
I got
Leah
one.
got a success.
Leah, for a split second, you think that you saw something on the outside of the ship. It was probably just something behind the ship or a small stone just kind of drifting through space or something that caught your eye. Probably not a big deal, right?
I don't know. Anything that's not expected would probably be worth looking at least into.
How are you going to look into it?
Good question.
While you're thinking about that, Wilson, you have moved yourself over to the Kronos. You haven't told the captain. What are you doing over here on the Kronos?
Trying to make sure that the crew over here are following protocol.
Okay.
I'm trying to locate them.
Go ahead and move yourself. Where are you planning on going? You currently opened up, you came into a junction room on deck A. Where would you like to go from here?
I want to try to find them, so wherever makes sense.
So you know that they are in the reactor room. That was the last place that they had checked in from. So you could make yourself, you could make your way down and back towards the reactor room. That would be down on deck C. As Rye and Ham finish up their first turn of I'm gonna drag you down there, Wilson. As you guys finish your first turn, you hear steps in the hallway.
I go on the radio. Hey, who is that, man?
Wilson, are you responding?
It's your chupacabra.
You know that was real.
I don't see how that could have been.
It happened right in front of you. What do you mean you don't see? There's scratch marks on my arm.
Seems
What's
like
the status over here?
Just clean up. They could use a hand.
Why don't you radio the rest of the crew to come and help?
Well, we didn't expect anyone to come over. Plus, it's like this is the first thing that needs to get working before we do anything else.
Then I guess you should try to get it working.
Yeah, we know.
That's why we're cleaning.
Okay. So you said that Cam was going to do the second turn for cleaning out the reactor room.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he gets the reward of going for a spacewalk.
Awesome. Davis, what are you thinking over there?
I think that we need to get this, whatever it is, dealt with as soon as possible. And the more people that we can get on this, the better. So part
Can
of
I
me,
call it that?
come again.
Can I radio them?
Yeah, you can radio. Yeah, absolutely.
Was about to do the same thing.
Davis, is that you?
What's up, Wilson?
Your crew over here, they're trying to be show-offs and not ask for help, but they clearly need help. I think you guys should come and help them.
Are your arms broken? Can you not help them?
My arms aren't broken, but my arms aren't made for working either. My eyes are made for supervising.
Yeah, they should be getting the power online soon. We should help.
If you want to get some help, bring me some first aid for this radiation, man. Get that all ready for me.
So the two of you are heading over?
I'm heading back. It's like, plus to be on the outside, I would have to go through the exit anyways, wouldn't I?
Yep.
So might as well go back to the ship, some quick medical, and head out.
And we heal. The radiation takes a while to heal, though, doesn't it?
It does take a while to heal, and you guys aren't really stocked for this kind of a thing.
Stocked how?
To deal with radiation
Yeah.
or whatever.
You guys aren't a science vessel. You are just a tracking mission.
Did you guys see anything on the ship that might be able to help since they have a reactor on board?
I mean, we have a reactor on board.
Yeah, you guys have a reactor too.
Oh, we have a
Yeah.
reactor too.
Think I know a place on here that might have something.
They're a bigger ship.
I'm gonna start heading off as this got cleaned up to the back up a floor.
Okay.
Get to the science bays and med labs and such.
Are we able to contact those outside on the ship?
You can contact anyone that's wearing a suit.
Yeah, we have comms in the suits.
Okay.
Mhm.
In which case, I would contact Rye. Out of curiosity, did you or Lyran see anything, shall we say, scuttling about?
You would know that. I said I was the one who.
You mean Cam's chupacabra?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Depends on whether or not this radiation has any effect on our minds.
Which it probably does.
Really, what could survive on here at these temperatures for long? The place seems to have been abandoned for quite a while.
It is just above absolute zero on this ship.
Gonna head up these head up this ladder.
The way to the ship is in deck Alpha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess we just keep climbing the stairs.
Is Wilson following us back up, or is he gonna hang out in the radiation room?
I will follow so that I may continue to supervise.
So while Cam runs back off to the ship, I am going to check the med labs.
Within this room are two older generation Pauling med pods. One has its plexiglass tube splintered and shattered as if something broke out of it. The other is sealed and lit from within, but the entire it's actually not lit. But the entire inner surface of the plexiglass is covered in thick dried blood. There is a row of large specimen jars. Floating within two of them are two small, weird-looking creatures. On the far shelf is a smaller specimen jar without liquid, containing some what look like fungal nodes. On the desk, next to what is an open metallic urn. 4 organic-looking glass vials are inside the urn. 3 of those are intact with some kind of black liquid within them, while the 4th is cracked, open, and empty. As you look around for something to help with the radiation, you find 4 personal med kits, surgical instruments, and 6 doses of Never Sleep pills.
Medkits?
You say med kits. Out of curiosity, do we know what's contained in those kits?
A med kit will give you a +2 for healing an injury, as long as it's not a critical injury.
So I'm gonna start picking these things up. Could come in handy. I'd ask you to carry them, but my guess is not only are your hands not meant for working, they're not meant for carrying either.
Burn.
Wilson?
Yes.
You just got a sick burn, man.
Are your hands able to carry stuff?
What am I carrying?
Medical kits, Never Sleep.
Are we sure we want to put
yeah.
him in charge of carrying the stuff that could help us?
I don't know, I think that we should have as many people with medical kits on them as possible in case it's needed.
I guess I would be going through the cryo room because we went a different route on the way down.
Did you guys see what Davis wrote in chat? Did you say that over comms to people?
I think that might be out of character.
Of course not.
Just a question.
Calm down. It's a significant question.
I know.
It's a very significant question.
After picking up some of those things and passing off a pair of med kits to Wilson, I'm gonna go over to the jars. What do you think these are? Tap, tap, tap. Think they're worth anything?
Everything on this ship is probably worth something to someone, but we need to get the power on first.
All right. As you pass through the cryo chambers, you notice that the cryo beds in the chambers are covered in frost. Inside them seems to be sleeping crew members.
What? So do I make a check to see if these are working? Are they working?
They do seem to be working. There are lights on them.
Captain. I'm doing a direct line to the captain. Captain.
Miller.
Captain. Is this thing on?
Do we have Miller?
Jazz, are you muted?
Hello, can you hear me?
There we go.
Yeah, I read you now, Captain.
Okay.
Fucking busted Mike. Starts smacking his comm a little bit. It's like,
They don't make them like they used to.
There seems to be survivors here.
Okay, well, we're definitely going to have to take them with us, but not until we're prepared.
Listen, the cryo that I'm at. It's like walking by.
We'll have to see if there's extra suits around that they could wear.
Well, get the bow up and running. You ain't gonna have to worry too much. I'm about to head out for the outside connection, and then I can radio Rye to finish the job on the inside.
We should do a quick check over of you before you go out there.
And as you also pass through the examination room, the examination room looks like it's been tossed. It's an absolute mess.
Yeah, Pigside. Looks like my college room. I didn't quite fully hear you, Captain. You wanted Cham to come over to the ship before I do the outside stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Then guess I'll be heading to the void area that represents our ship. And on their ship, I'm guessing my power and oxygen would be back to full.
As you make your way across the umbilical, give me an observation check.
Okay.
Nice. All right. Well, you get to stunt 3 times.
What?
As you are crossing the umbilical, you hear something. Maybe, hit against the umbilical. Maybe it was that stone that Davis saw earlier.
I don't know. I know nothing about that stone.
Yeah, what stone?
It's Chupacabra. Okay. Not gonna get me this time.
3 of the options are: is it coming for me? Are there more of them close by? And how do I get in, past, or away? I'm not quite sure how these are really truly relevant.
Well, is it coming for me?
Yes, it's coming for you.
Oh God, it's coming for me.
Uh-oh.
Then I guess I use the last two on how I get away.
Okay. Yeah, you can enter either ship. You guys did have to cut the door to get in, so you know that going back onto the Cronus, you aren't able to fix the door right now. But you can absolutely go back onto your ship and just close the door.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's like I got radio. It's like, hey, to the pilot and the captain. It's like, hey, you guys see anything? I'm seeing movement out here.
Movement.
Trying to get.
Would we have seen anything?
Davis might have seen something earlier, but really, nothing lives in the vacuum of space. It was probably just like the stone passing by, or shadows, or something.
Something's moving outside the umbilical. I'm getting my ass inside.
So you have closed the door. So currently we have Wilson and Rye on the Cronus. Everyone else is on the Montero. Rye, you get to the umbilical cord and you see the door closed as you go to enter the umbilical, heading into the Montero.
Aren't they still down in Bravo deck?
Yeah, but I think they were heading towards the Montero.
So it's like, I thought all my movements was happening while they were ransacking the lab.
I thought we were waiting here for him to do his spacewalk so that we can get the power on.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yep. Okay, so you're not heading back to the Montero. Perfect.
No, I was looking around the med lab at the case or the creatures within them.
That's certainly what I was expecting, and I shouldn't be surprised to know that he's not doing his job.
How do you know it? You're down
That's
in...
out of character, but yeah.
Speaking out of character, your in character voice.
They've become one. But yeah, tapping on the containers, trying to figure out what they are, while waiting for Cam to get into position so that we can get this power going.
Looking at the names and stuff.
The vials that you're looking at are the vials that you put a needle into to draw up to give someone a shot. Those are the kind of vials that you're looking at.
Were there specimen jars as well?
There are specimen jars.
The vials themselves are not terribly large, though.
No, just it's a medical vial.
Right. You said they were like the ones you'd use to give an injection, so by default that means they're going to be like about that big.
Not terribly big at all. Med lab. Okay. As you look at the label on the vials, you see that it says Draconis strain. All right. It says 26 Draconis strain derivative.
Draconis, as in dragon?
As in dragon.
As in someone is playing around with Latin.
Either that or we got something really funky going on.
Is there anything else that you would like to look around at the med lab?
Not so much. I need to be back down in the reactor room for when he does his spacewalk, right? Like it's a two-sided thing, or?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
yeah.
You can be down there.
Cam, when are you getting this done?
I'm just grabbing some extra equipment.
Okay. What kind of equipment are you grabbing?
Remind me of the details of the bolt gun?
The bolt gun has 4 shots.
So I meant what it's not really a weapon though. It's more of a.
You can use it as a gun in engaged range.
Yeah, I meant what's its normal function?
Firing bolts into things. So
okay,
you know when you're
I am bringing that with me with the cutting torch. Okay. So I got cutting torch, got bolt gun, got harpoon.
All right. So you would have a +2 to heavy machinery, as you are using these items.
And last time we determined that his harpoon is more than just a blunt weapon.
I'm the one who used it as a blunt weapon.
No, you used it to stab. That's why I said it was more than a blunt.
Right. So technically, it does bludgeoning damage just because it kind of it hits something and kind of opens and then gravels.
Yeah.
But yeah.
its primary purpose is so I don't get lost in space.
So you are heading out to do a spacewalk.
Space. Which deck should I be outside of?
You can be outside of Deck C by the reactor relay control. And nobody wants to go with him on this spacewalk, correct?
I thought we needed somebody down at the controls while he was doing it in order to sync things up or whatnot.
I mean, the pilot and the captain are also available.
Are we?
I mean,
Are you?
What are you doing, really?
That is a good question. What are you guys doing right now?
What could we help him with on the spacewalk?
Good question.
Honestly, you can go out and just hold things for him, make sure that his cable stays secure, it doesn't get in his way. Whatever you guys would like to do.
Basically, you're assisting me.
Okay, I'll assist him.
I went back down to controls. If Wilson wants to come back or stay in the med, it's up to him. But that's where I am at.
Wilson, where are you going?
Wilson!
Getting some good exercise in up and down this ladder.
Well, while Wilson thinks about where he's going to be, he is having technical issues. That is where Wilson is right now.
We have lost him! Wilson! I'm sorry!
Yes, that's fine. I'll go with...
Ah, there you are, Wilson.
Davis,
Yes.
where would you like to be?
Well, if we're going to help the others, I would probably be best wherever they need me.
Captain, where would you like Davis?
So for the spacewalk, what are we like being attached to?
You have a rope that you will be attaching yourselves to the outside of the ship so you don't float away.
Because we're technically moving.
Yeah, Davis, just keep an eye on us while we're out on the spacewalk in case anything happens.
Good idea.
Oh, keep an eye out for meteors.
So, we don't, float away off into space and die.
Good point, because if you, shall we say, are no longer attached, it's not entirely sure we could reattach you.
Yes, yeah, so you stay here, keep an eye on us.
Where outside of Deck C are me and the captain going to be?
Wait, so am I keeping watch on you from the reactor room?
No, you're on the... I thought you were watching us from the outside. Like, me and the captain...
You're watching us from the Montero.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense, because I'm seeing Wilson talking about Rye in the reactor room. I'm like, wait.
Is that a good spot, or are we need to be, actually close to the reactor?
Reactor relay and control.
Yeah, my air should be...
Connect the relay to the 4 fission engines themselves. Yes, you have a brand new air supply. Engine pod channels through the main relay here before being distributed back to the... Yep, so you can be right back near the reactor relay control. Okay, so you have 3 turns of work, so you're going to need 3 heavy machinery rolls.
Okay, and guess I forgot how assisting works.
She's going to give you an extra die to roll. And you also have an additional 2 die for you using either the cutting torch or the bolt gun.
Okay, so I'll have a total of 3 extra dice.
Go ahead and do your first heavy machinery roll.
Holy cow.
Am I good or what?
Okay then. Cool.
It's...
well, once again, you get some stunts.
Let's see. Well, actually, half the usual time. I may use all of them for both no need to roll again for this exact situation, and half the usual time.
Awesome.
So I did a single round.
Okay. So which is awesome, because that means you guys only need to make 1 air check. Instead of 3 different air checks, you only need to make 1.
It's like I have 5 stunts. Don't have to roll again. And how many uses of half time that would reduce to a single round?
Yeah.
And then I'll give, can I pass the last one as a bonus to whatever check Rye is going to make?
Absolutely. Yep.
Woo! And I forgot how to make air checks.
Just click on air on your sheet.
Air!
You only lose 1 air, though. You don't have to lose 2. But you were working really quickly, so it makes sense that you lost, at least 1. Yeah, you only lose 1.
This connects to here, this connects to there. Oh, this is actually pretty easy. And then the last bit smacks it.
Davis, make an observation roll.
Oh, I thought that was her observation roll for a second.
Okay. Leah, with your Davis, with your observation roll, you see something crawling on the outside of the ship. You should add 1 stress to your character sheet. Nothing should be able to survive out here.
Okay, so I'm
you
gonna
also
let the others
get-
know. I knew I wasn't crazy. There's something out there.
Something like what?
I don't know. All I see is something crawling.
I hand the captain a bolt gun. Get ready, Captain.
So you guys are not surprised on this round because your pilot was able to see it, but you also get a stunt. Again, these aren't super helpful, but is it coming for me? Are there any more of them close by? How do I get in, past, away?
We get away. Oh, we get away. Oh, we get away.
Yeah, could those questions apply to us?
How do we get away?
You think that these guys need to get inside quickly. There are some vents on the outside of the ship that they can attempt to squeeze into, but with their bulky things, you probably don't think they'll fit. You think they have to come back in where they went out.
All right, guys, get your butts in here. Fast.
Don't tell me twice. Oh, wait. I have an idea, but I'm guessing I have to wait for initiatives.
We are going to roll some initiatives.
Did I click on the card?
I was gonna say, how do you...
Yep, go ahead and click on the card and let me know what number you have. Oh, and I'm sorry, Rye, yours is actually Miller's.
I don't see a number on mine. Oh, there we go. Unless it's the same...
Could be
Come on, I got the
Miller's.
same one.
I got 6.
8.
I don't remember. Is low good or low bad?
Low's bad.
Low's
It
good.
means we're slow.
No, low is good. It starts at 1, and then it goes up to 10. So Cam, what was your number?
6.
And Miller. Miller, what was your number?
I got 8.
Well, that's okay, because you don't actually have to roll. Or you don't have to draw.
There's like 3 cards on my
Yeah, I was thinking
Just
the same
on
thing.
the page.
Whoops. Okay, now all of a sudden my 8 became a 4. I don't know what's going on at this point.
Right, so
Yeah.
don't click the deck. You don't have to worry about the deck.
Okay.
I'm only dealing to the people that are involved in this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, ascending order. So, this thing is going to crawl over top, and as it crawls over top, it attempted to be stealthy, but it didn't actually work, and it leaped for you, but it missed.
Who does it leap at?
Cam.
Leave me alone, you damn cobra!
I don't think that's a chupacabra.
Either that or it's a big one.
Well, but now it's my turn.
It is.
Okay, so
I'm a bunch of weapons.
True, but I'm gonna use the harpoon grappling gun as it was intended. I'm gonna fire it at near the door, whatever, the Montero, to at them. So, and then I'm gonna. So it's like, wait, this one doesn't like automatically reel us in, does it?
It can. You just have to push a button.
Awesome. It's like I fire it. I don't know if you need me to make a check.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a heavy machinery check +2.
Oh no!
Oi.
Go ahead and make me a panic roll.
Wait, I can't push it because of the panic roll.
Can't
Yeah.
push it because of the panic. You're keeping it together. You've already seen this thing. It's
Yeah.
fine. You got it
But
before.
so how bad did I miss?
I'm going to say that you've missed the ship it completely instead of puncturing a hole in something. This thing looks at you and rears back, and it. Oh, okay. Well, it does a deadly grab. The neomorph jumps at its victim, grabbing it and dragging it away.
I see, and
If
I can.
it hits, yep. So you're going to go ahead and roll your armor rating, which
Oh, yeah.
the armor you're currently wearing
Is
has 2.
Yeah. Say use my fast action to guess to block close.
Okay.
A bit close combat. Okay.
Yep, go for it.
Misa thinking Yusa in trouble.
Panic.
But I do succeed. Another stress roll.
Go ahead and give me another stress roll. If you roll under what you rolled previously, it'll automatically go up to a 5. Okay, still keeping it together.
Yeah.
Blocking. If you are attacked in close combat, you can choose to block, to avoid being hit, fast action.
Oh wait, there's.
Okay, so with blocking, you can choose an effect. You can decrease the damage. You remove one of the enemy's 6s. If they are left with no 6s, the attack misses. The effect can be chosen multiple times. Or you can counterattack, dealing damage to the attacker equal to the damage rating of your weapon. You cannot spend additional 6s to increase the damage of your counterattack, and disarm, you can disarm your enemy.
Disarm. I guess I'll take the less damage.
All right.
Wait, is the additional effect is based on if it hits me, not if it does damage?
Right, it's not actually doing damage. You are correct. All right, it's going to drag you away.
Something just took camp.
Miller, you've never seen this thing before, so you can add 1 stress to your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm very stressed.
Mind you, I did give her the bolt gun, like, before combat.
Give me the bolt gun. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to use it to save you. Are there any bolts left?
Let's say you currently have 2 bolts left. You do have to get into engaged range to use a bolt gun. So you do have to move in.
Enemy captain!
How does movement in space work?
I'm going to say that you can crawl along the outside of the ship and you can catch up because he's dragging your friend. He's probably moving a little bit slower.
In space, you're always moving.
Well, okay, and then what was engaged range? Do I have to be like right up next to him?
Yep, you have to be right up next to him.
Okay, I'll try to use the bolt gun.
So is a bolt gun a melee or a ranged weapon?
You have to be in engaged range, but it's a ranged weapon.
I think the captain's actually good at that, I assume, because she has a gun. She owns a gun. Are you, Captain? Are you good at it? Are you going to save me, Captain? Are you going to save me, Captain?
We'll find out.
Or are you going to let Cam take one for the team?
Okay, so what do I roll to hit? Is it the ranged combat?
It is a ranged combat. If you don't have a bolt gun on your sheet, just go ahead and add... there is no bonus to hit. It's 3 damage if you hit.
Okay.
And it is armor piercing. It's a fast action to shoot, and then it's a slow action to reload.
I might not be that great at this because I don't understand how to read this sheet very well.
So go ahead and do range.
But I will try.
Attack, and don't add anything to it. We're going to start there.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, it's 1 success and 1 panic.
1 success. So go ahead and make your panic, and I'm going to roll. It is armor piercing.
And
which
just
means
hope
I
you
only
don't
get
drop
to
it.
roll half of my armor. So that is 3d6.
That's still so many.
It just kind of like dings off of its armor.
Mm.
You do have a slow action though. Oh no, you don't have a slow action. You used your action to move up.
Would it still do? Would it do 2? Does that 1 success make it 2 damage then? Because you said it was like base 3. Is that how that works?
To protect yourself from harm, the effectiveness of a piece of armor is represented by its armor rating. You can only wear 1 suit of armor at a time. When you take damage from an attack, roll a number of base dice equal to your armor rating. Each 6 you roll lowers the damage inflicted by 1 point. Very good. So he takes 2 damage.
Good job, Captain.
Does it react to being shot?
It is not happy.
Neither am I.
All.
You and me both.
You could say being shot is alien to it.
All right. So it's going to look back at Miller, and as it attempts to run away, it attempts to tail spike you. Impels victim with its razor sharp tail. Roll for the attack using 7 base dice. Damage 1. The attack is armor piercing, having any armor rating. If the attack causes damage, it automatically triggers critical injury. Go ahead and it's armor piercing, so you only get to roll 1d6, Miller.
Oh no, I might.
You can do it.
If you mess this up, you're gonna die.
I die.
It has a 1-hit kill?
You can do it.
Okay.
Some of them do.
Oi.
No. Pam, you just saw your captain get impaled straight through the chest with this thing's tail spike, and it is working on dragging you away.
Guessing stress level?
Increase your stress level.
2 for 1 special. Yikes.
It's like, it ain't over yet.
Any news on the...
Captain! I'm screaming, Captain! Okay, you son of...
Would I actually have seen that happen?
Yes. You are currently staring at a window. You would have seen that happen. You should also take 1 stress.
In which case you'd you would hear Davis yell out,
Wait,
Oh, your mic didn't pick that up.
What?
Your mic cut you out.
I went too high.
Too loud.
I said, no!
Cam with tears in his eyes, it's like, that does you some. Got him the cutting torch. It's time for a heavy machinery check.
Nice. Yeah. Go ahead and it's a +2. I think that's already on your sheet as a weapon.
Yep, but it's like, do I put that or I'm making a heavy machine using a cutting torch?
You're going to use it as a weapon. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so click on the weapon.
Yep.
And you said, do I add anything? You said
you don't. It has 2 different stats whether you're using it as a weapon or as heavy machinery.
But I ain't done yet.
You can push that if you'd like.
I can push it more than once.
No,
but,
okay,
not this time.
Yep, that's okay. This is armor piercing, so I only get to roll 3 dice.
So I got 4 successes. So that's 3 extra damage. So right now that'd be put it at 6 damage.
That time you cut out. Wow, not a single 6.
Well, I'm also panicking though too, so I get to roll that.
Yep, you go ahead and roll your panic.
Oh God.
Well, you're currently.
He has to let go of me.
Yeah, really. How would that work?
You're trying.
Well, it matters. I just did 6 damage to it, so.
We're going to roll to see what happens. You have critically injured it.
Oh yeah, yes, death throws.
Oh, this could get interesting.
Oh, torn apart, instant death. The xenomorph is torn apart or crushed amidst shrieks of rage. You have severely mutilated this.
Nice.
You are released.
I burnt a hole through its skull.
Leah takes off her cap. Miller, you've been revenged.
Avenged.
I know, as soon as I said it.
Stable.
Ham, you are outside. You're still tethered to the ship. You have Miller floating near you, also tethered to the ship.
I'm taking her with me, and I'm gonna try call the harpoon and use it to fast track it to the Montero.
Go ahead and give me a heavy machinery roll. Nice. You get it just in there. You don't puncture the umbilical. You hit the sweet spot. You're able to fast track you and Miller back to the Montero.
Medical emergency! Medical emergency!
Emergency.
Rye and Wilson, you guys have just heard. I'm assuming, maybe I'm wrong, that they haven't said any of this over their comms about Miller.
Has it been said over comms, guy?
I said
No.
I said you were avenged. So
Like, did you say that over the radio? Because I was kind of like, yeah. It's like,
It is important for the next thing I do.
I mean, you did hear me scream over the radio,
right?
It's like, Captain, and then now I'm screaming medical emergency.
Yeah, they could put 2 and 2 together.
I think I'm severely injured based off of that information.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't do a check to know if you're dead.
I feel like it was pretty obviously impaled.
People survive impalement.
All right. You guys hear that over the comms. Rye, Wilson, what are you guys doing?
It sounds like they might be having some difficulties.
How hard is it to just do a simple job? We should probably bring these medical kits to them if they are in trouble, though.
I appear to be rubbing off on you. Perhaps you have a future in Wayland-Yutani.
What's the yearly figures at?
Much better than the payout for this job, let me tell you that.
Then I might consider it. Start heading towards the other one. Or back to our ship.
Oh, I thought you were going to stay and repair.
Are we hearing that conversation?
I don't know if you guys finished what you needed to do. And currently, as far as we're aware, someone's really injured, and we have the med kits.
You do know if I finished it. That's like I read you as soon as I finished.
I thought you guys were attacked as soon as you were finished.
No, he had finished it.
pretty
He
close.
did so in record time too.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do a heavy machinery roll,
You do have a +1.
Is
your
the
side
power-
is up and running?
The power's on the Cronus?
Not yet. We need one. There we go. Now it is.
So, question: did we hear the interaction between Kai and Wilson?
Yeah, that wasn't radio.
Oh,
They probably did direct radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 successes good enough to get the power on?
It is.
Sorry, I should have muted.
Yeah, 2 successes is good enough to get the power back on. You hear the reactor start to pick up, and you don't feel anything. You don't feel air coming through the vents. You hear air starting to whisper through the vents. You guys are heading back to the Montero?
No.
Yeah. No, we're not bringing med kits to the captain.
Here, you take these. I'm going to investigate the ship now that it has power. See what I can find out. That's
Alright.
protocol.
You want me coming back to pick up and move things for you?
You all should be coming back. This is protocol to investigate the ship and there's crew, which is also very important.
Well, we'll patch up the captain and then I'll make them come back. How's that sound?
You do that. I'm going to check out the computers.
And I will head back to the Montero.
You get back to the Montero, and is the door still shut to the umbilical cord from the Montero side?
I think I would be too busy trying to get the captain to our med bay.
Yeah, you are easily able to get onto the Montero.
All right.
So I think we're going to end here. Jasmine, I'm sorry.
I died
You died.
instantly.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I knew it was a thing. I just didn't know.
Oh,
who
absolutely.
was going to be the first one to go.
Yeah.
It's like, I know. It's like, haven't even been trying to kill me multiple times
okay, yeah.
now.
To be fair,
So there
you
are backup characters in the cryo, right?
There are.
And
We're about to wake up some people, so
yes, your characters obviously don't know this.
Cam, to
but
put it in
yes,
perspective, you almost got one shot last time.
Yeah.
They tried to throat bite you, and you dodged it.
Oh yeah, with my armor and stuff.
Right.
Yep. So, but how you feeling about poor Captain Miller?
She will be missed.
I'm thinking that it's only right for me to take charge as captain now that she's gone. I mean, that's the way she would have wanted it, right?
Hello? What am I, chopped liver?
But you're
Right?
the
I would have
pilot.
left it. If I had left it to anyone, I would have left it to Davis.
But you're the pilot. You need a captain and a pilot.
Pilot
Captain
can
needs to know.
captain too.
So it's like, if it'd be between Davis and Wilson in terms of rankings.
Yeah, actually.
I guess we could let Wilson decide.
What, do you just not want me to be?
Sounds like something we will have to worry about when it comes up. 'Cause right now, it's like getting the
I want to be captain. Captain comes with a
Look at-
bigger paycheck.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
All right. How is the rest of the crew feeling about losing Miller? You guys have worked together for years.
Mm,
We haven't lost her
This
yet.
weird weight off my chest.
I've got a feeling the next time you see Davis, she's going to have wet eyes.
We haven't lost her yet. We're just getting her to the med.
Cam's in denial.
Karen, I'm not in denial. I'm taking her to the med. Alright, I'm gonna at least try.
We'll probably provide a med kit to Cam to try and help as much as possible.
Unless you want
Totally
me
out
to
of.
make the check now, even though it'd be useless.
Yeah, go for
No,
it.
you should do that in character.
Yeah.
We're gonna save you, Captain.
What is your medical aid? 4?
Because I have high empathy.
I have 3 empathy and then 2 meds, so I have a 5.
I have 4 empathy and no medical aid.
Let's resolve this. Yeah, you try everything. You rip her out of that suit. You try to do everything that you can to pretty much resurrect her at this point, but it is not working. Go ahead and roll me that panic die.
Probably because got her spinal cord or something. Chest or I don't know. Oh, that one does.
Well, that's awkward.
Which sort of, you're just kind of stunned. You're frozen.
Yeah.
You can't help.
I'm basically like, the captain's on the medical table. I'm just exhausted from like just my attempts, and I just like sit there in shock.
Look over at her on the medical table. See this giant thing hole through where her sternum should be. Don't think bandages are gonna do much.
Nope.
There. I attempt to comfort him and try to lead him away from the table.
For flavor's sake, would it be possible for...
Because he's kind of... Too soon, Wilson!
Oh my god, no!
Gary's just
My job is to review
having...
the captain's performance, and it appears that her contract has been terminated.
Wilson, Gary's having some fun there, being evil.
He's being practical.
One less person to pay. One less paycheck they have to cut.
I say it's like, I think there's an actual check, though, to try to calm me down, isn't there?
Yeah. Empathy, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Empathy what?
So some people have a command where they can command you to kind of snap out of it.
Nope, I don't have that.
There's not like a check to like,
Yeah, some people have like bolting where they can kind of make you relax and...
You're talking the banter technique.
Yeah.
I guess I'll attempt to calm down with empathy.
I can try.
Yeah, you chill out a little bit.
Wow.
Davis comes over to try and help out, just push him away.
Just crying too much.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, she's distraught at this point.
Does the one success do anything?
It
Actually,
just kind of, it takes you out of that freezing moment.
Wow.
It doesn't relieve any of the stress, but that may be because all of a sudden you hear alarms going off. Self-destruct, 2 minutes.
What?
Self-destruct, 2 minutes.
From our ship?
From your ship. And that is where we'll officially end this evening.
Oh, that's beautiful.
What?
We will pick up next time with figuring out what you guys are going to do with that little alarm bell going off.
I'm dead, but I still blame Wilson.
Yeah.
Because you will stand.
For all we know, the captain's life is tied to the ship. A captain always goes down with their ship. You're dead.
Goes down with the captain.
Yeah, no.
What an inverse of a trope.
I was going to say, yeah, Mother triggered it because she was...
Devastated.
Right?
She lost her little baby.
I know what I'm doing when we come back.
I love how Wilson took umbrage to that statement, by the way.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for playing, and thank you so much for watching us play. I think we had a lot of fun this evening, even though we lost our beloved captain. But don't worry, she will be back next time as someone else. But we'll figure that out.
Thank you for your sacrifice for trying to help me.
Right?
Drop a line in the comment section as to who should be the next captain.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes.
Well, watch me become the captain.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I would have no problem with that.
I'm hanging on by a
The
string.
only problem is, how long are we going to wait to get that new captain, considering when these are posted?
Yeah.
There's
Sorry.
a few things that are harder to get for audience engagement when you're videoing so far in advance.
If I get, starting in April, we'll get these up by the time Act 3 happens, and we can announce who the new captain will be by that point.
I guess... if we don't get a full, exactly a new captain until Act 3, that's probably fine, because we can... Basically, everybody's trying to now vie for control over Acts 1 and 2.
Because of radiation, I have 2 health. I have 5 stress levels. Let's go.
Oh, do we lose stress from the captain dying?
You do not lose stress.
Why would you lose stress?
I mean, not lose, gain stress from the captain.
I forget.
I mean, I feel like I should lose stress from the captain.
I forget, when do we gain story points?
End of chapters.
Oh, end of chapter.
And
end of each act.
that note, have a blessed day, y'all.